Welcome to Seva, a small, by no means special group that likes to play Minecraft on a server every few months and maybe takes itself a bit too seriously. As our player count increases, we have realized that some of our new members struggle in getting into the culture of the server. We hope this video will make that a little bit easier.
What is Seva?
Quite literally, we are just a bunch of friends who love to play Minecraft. At the start of the quarantine, we started playing Minecraft to pass the time. It started as just like me and my friends from the local Smash scene playing on Eternal servers to, just pass the time. As time went on, the group started getting bigger, we got more friends from different countries, and now the servers are in the state that they're now. We call our bigger vanilla style servers seasons because I am a huge Hermitcraft nerd. At the time of this video, we are in making of season 6 and we try to make one season every year or so.
What's the goal?
That's a hard question. Minecraft is a game that doesn't give you much direction, and the normal goals of an SMP doesn't really work for us because we are just friends playing the game. Even beating the Ender Dragon doesn't really work as a goal for us because we've had servers that we've beaten the Ender Dragon in almost 2 hours, and then the server went on for months. Every now and then, you'll hear us reminisce about the old seasons that we've had. We'll talk about the Iron Wars of Season 1, the groups of Season 2, the failures of Season 3, the story of Season 4, bureaucracy of Season 5. The closeness of Season 5.5. Creating such memories is probably the biggest thing we have to an actual goal.
Okay, but how do I find stuff to do?
I can't really give you a guide, but I can give you some examples. Every season we have some members who have a planned out large project that they spend most of the season working on. Some of the best examples we have to this come from season 1, with Will and Ash's British fleet and Myander Tower. These projects have been planned out beforehand in a creative world and have been built into our worlds. In survival, of course. Not everyone is great at planning stuff out, but it is also possible to just build your base without much planning at all. In my opinion, some of our greatest builds on server were made on the fly. Almost every season, Randy makes a town with a church. And in every season he's in, Endermeep has made a pub. Stuff like this have become a staple of our servers. If you feel like you don't have any building ability, which hey, I do believe that you do, and I think you should give it a try, you can also work on a communal project, which mostly consists of making forms of transportation. You can work on a dolphin highway, a nether highway, horse roads, minecart tracks, These projects normally take a lot of muscle and time instead of, designing and creativity, but they're always cool projects nevertheless. If you have an idea for a minigame that can be done in survival, building one can be satisfying as well. If you're good enough with redstone, you can do what I did and make an entire gacha with redstone. But of course, all of these projects would be impossible if you had to get all the resources yourself. This is why another goal you can and probably should have is to make and manage shops.
How do shops work?
The shopping district has been our main communal area in almost every season. It's a place where people can sell and buy items. We generally use diamonds as a currency, but that can change depending on the season. The general way to use a shop is to just look at the sign. You see the price, you open the chest, you take the item out, and you leave the currency inside. Of course, this isn't the only way. You can have reverse shops, where people can take diamonds out for leaving items in. You can have automated shops. You can have minigame shops. Feel free to just, leave the items that you're selling inside the shops because stealing from shops is mostly against our rules.
What are the rules?
Now, this is kind of a harder subject to talk about. In almost every season, we have had both sides of the issue. We have had people who cheat thinking that something is not against the rules, and we have had people who don't do stuff that they're allowed to because they think it's bannable. Now, we can separate the rules into two: in server rules and out of server rules. In server rules are stuff that, happen in the game, like you stole from someone, you accidentally griefed someone, you killed someone and made them lose their items. The punishments for these issues might just be that, you have to clean up after yourself, you have to endorse someone, you have to be banished to the Skyblock realm, you have to leave the island, you have to play hardcore for a bit. I, as an admin, will not try to endorse these problems and leave them to the will of the server. And sometimes breaking these rules might be fun. In Season 2, we have had people just steal the Declaration of Independence, or at least our version of it. And it created a funny storyline around it. But don't take it too far to the point of becoming harassment. If you do, that will become a out of server rule. Just be nice. Don't insult people, don't annoy people to the point where they just don't start having fun anymore. That's basically our only hard rule. Other than that, our rules on dupes is that most dupes that can generate items are banned. But for example, the TNT dupe is completely fine. And for cheats/mods, most of them are banned. You can use world maps, mini maps, or even free cam if you're using it for building and redstone. Of course, we don't want people to just free cam and find the diamonds around the server. You can even use auto clickers if you're using them for farming. If you have any reason you need to use something, you can always just run it by me first. I have let people use X-Ray to find a dragon egg that they lost. I have let people use Killora to prank someone. If it's for a funny reason and I am notified beforehand, you can probably just get away with murder. But yeah, that's the extent of it. Hope to see you in whatever season is next.